She hugged him like I didn't exist, said she helped raise him, and he invited her to our baby's gender reveal, without even telling me. So I grabbed my bag and walked out, 21 weeks pregnant. Some moments in life are sacred, especially when you're bringing new life into the world. But what happens when your partner shares those moments with someone from his past, without asking? Was I dramatic? Or just done with being disrespected? I'm 25 years old, and I'm 21 weeks pregnant with my first child. My boyfriend, Caleb, is 27. We've been together for just under 2 years. This pregnancy wasn't exactly planned, but it wasn't a surprise either. We'd been talking about starting a family. We weren't rushing, but when it happened, we embraced it. I imagined the little milestones, the first ultrasound, the baby shopping trips, and of course, the gender reveal. Nothing extravagant, just something simple to celebrate this chapter. A quiet, joyful moment with the people we love. And it was shaping up to be exactly that, until she showed up. We hosted the gender reveal at Caleb's parents' backyard. It was quaint, intimate, with streamers, cupcakes with colored filling, helium balloons, and tiny games for the kids. I made sure everything was cozy and calm. Just close family and a few of our friends. I was already feeling emotional from the pregnancy hormones, but it was a happy kind of emotion. I'd bought a flowy blue sundress for the day, even though I didn't know the gender. Just something that made me feel pretty and comfortable. About 20 minutes before we were supposed to reveal the gender, when guests were chatting, cupcakes were being passed around, and the little smoke cannons were hidden in the cooler, I saw her. She walked in like she belonged there. No hesitation, no pause, smiling, laughing. She walked straight up to Caleb, hugged him, and pressed a small gift into his hands. I wouldn't miss this, she said, looking directly at me. I helped raise this man. The words hit me like a slap. There I was, pregnant, exhausted, trying to hold it together, and suddenly, his ex was at our gender reveal, claiming ownership over the man I was building a family with. Her name is Natalie. She and Caleb dated for 5 years. From what he told me, they broke up 2 years before we met. A messy breakup, lots of back and forth, but ultimately, they went their separate ways. When we first got together, he mentioned her in passing, said they still talked here and there, that they were on good terms. I didn't love it, but I didn't push. I figured as long as boundaries were clear, the past could stay in the past. But I'd told him, multiple times, I'm not comfortable with you talking to her, especially now that we're having a baby. Can you keep some distance? And every time, he'd say, she's part of my past, not my present. It's not a big deal, but it was a big deal. And the fact that he didn't even warn me she was coming, that made it worse. I pulled Caleb aside as soon as I could. We stepped into the side yard, away from guests. What is she doing here? He looked confused, like I was overreacting. She texted this morning asking if she could come. I figured, why not? She was a big part of my life. I didn't think it'd be a problem. You didn't think it'd be a problem? To have your ex at the gender reveal of your unborn child? Without asking me, he waved it off. You're overreacting. This isn't the time to be jealous or petty. Let's just get through the reveal. Don't make a scene. That word again. Jealous. Like I was some hormonal cliche. Like I was imagining things. I wasn't being petty. I was being disrespected. I didn't scream. I didn't throw anything. I didn't make a scene. I just turned around, walked inside, grabbed my bag and my car keys and left. I drove home, sat in silence. I cried, not because I was angry, but because I felt invisible, because he invited someone else into a moment that was supposed to belong to us, because no one, not even him, thought to ask how that would feel for me. That night, my phone blew up. Caleb called, over and over. I didn't answer. He left a voicemail. You seriously embarrassed me in front of everyone. You walked out like a child. You ruined everything. His mom texted, this emotional behavior isn't good for the baby. You need to grow up. I read that message 5 times, then deleted it. No one asked why I left. No one asked how I felt. They just saw a pregnant woman walk out and decided I must be dramatic. I know I'm emotional. I'm pregnant. I cry at dog food commercials and sappy songs on the radio. But this wasn't hormones. This was betrayal. It was supposed to be a celebration of our baby. And instead, it turned into a parade of Caleb's past. To be fair, maybe Caleb didn't mean to hurt me. Maybe he really thought it was harmless. That inviting Natalie would be some mature, symbolic gesture, look how well I get along with my exes. But even if it wasn't malicious, it was still careless. You don't make decisions about shared milestones without the other person's input. You don't bring your past into someone else's future without warning. And you don't tell the mother of your child to stop being petty when she asks for basic respect. And then there's Natalie. Was she just trying to be friendly? Or did she know exactly what she was doing? I helped raise this man. That wasn't just a comment. That was a statement. A claim. A stake. She walked in, hugged him like nothing had changed, looked at me like I was temporary, like she had history and I was just a phase. And the worst part? He let her. Since the party, Caleb and I haven't spoken much. His mom keeps texting me about hormones. His sister unfollowed me on Instagram. It's like I've been cast as the unstable pregnant woman, the one who ruined a party over nothing. But it wasn't anything. It was everything. It was the first public moment of our family becoming real. And I didn't feel like I was part of it. So here I am asking you, was I wrong? For walking out? For not pretending everything was fine while my boyfriend's ex hugged him at our baby's reveal? For protecting my peace and dignity in a moment that should have been mine too? Or was I selfish? Should I have stayed? Should I have just been the bigger person for the baby's sake? It's easy to say, just stay calm when you're not the one being sidelined. It's easy to call someone emotional when you haven't felt the sting of being uninvited to your celebration. I didn't leave to be dramatic. I left because I couldn't smile through the hurt. Because if I didn't set a boundary then, I'd never be able to trust he'd have my back when it mattered. So tell me, was I wrong for walking out? Or was this a line that should have never been crossed? Drop your judgment below. Was this an emotional overreaction or an overdue boundary being drawn? If you've ever had to protect your peace, even during a milestone, hit that like button, subscribe for more stories, and share this video with someone who would have an opinion. Until next time, remember, respect is never optional, especially when life is growing inside you.